and welcome to today's episode of Beyond the Pedal. Now, for those of you that follow the channel will know that a few weeks ago I went to the Driffield Car Craze at Driffield Showground, and it was a really great event. So many different cars there on display, ranging from like supercars, rally cars, modified cars, modern classics. And walking around, it kind of got me thinking about the modified car scene. And naturally there were some cars that looked like they'd just come straight out of Max Power magazine, and there was others that were very tasteful, really cleanly done, that wasn't too over the top, that had that nice borderline of looking just how you want your car to look without being over the top. And that's what I wanted to do today. I want to do a few little modifications that you can do to your BMW 1 Series that just give the car a little bit more of a look to it. They aren't so over the top and garish. I'm not going to be putting on body kits and spoilers and all sorts on the car. No. These are modifications that you can do for your BMW 1 Series, E81 and E87, that won't cost you any more than 30 quid. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's going to be a bit of a hands-on video today. No tools required. These are literally just a plug and play stuff, bolt on, bolt off, easy as that. So no tools required in today's video. So enough chit chat. Let's take a look at these modifications and what we can do. Enjoy. Okay, so this mod's already been done before I sort of set up the channel, and it's the classic debadging of the car. If you remember, I've got the 118 diesel. It's on this side or that side. I can't remember which one it is. It's the 118D, and it's a really simple process. And all you need is a hairdryer. You heat it up, the area you want removing, and then take a very thin piece of, say, like dental floss, and just peel away the lettering that you don't want on there, and obviously you get this rather nice clean finish at the rear. So a simple debadge always helps make the car just look a little bit better, I think. And also because it's 118 diesel, I'm not a massive fan of having it on there, I suppose. But no, in all fairness, it does look nice without that 118 diesel written on there. And an easy mod that you can do for your car: hairdryer. So there you go. I suppose really we've got to talk about this, haven't we? The antenna. Now it just looks a little bit dated now, doesn't it? This like 2.5 foot like antenna. So most people tend to go with the shark fin. Now I'm not a huge fan. It requires a lot of work to kind of change it all. So I'm simply going to change it to a nice little stubby antenna. I think it just looks a little bit better for this car. I think the antenna, the fish, so the shark antenna looks a little bit too much. And again, this is a super easy mod. This cost me £8, I think, from Amazon. Simple little, tiny little antenna. And then of course it comes with your sort of fixing screws as well. So it's quite simple. Unscrew, easy as that. Just unscrew it. There you go. And then you'll see the sort of like retaining screw that goes in there. Alright, that'll just pop onto there. Alright. You get 3 different sort of sizes, so you want to kind of like pair those up. Here, classic, here's one I prepared earlier type thing. I believe it's this one here, the middle one. Going off the old eye, let's see if he's got it right. And then basically insert, screw that in, and then from there you simply start to rotate round. Has he got it on the money? Yes, there we are, classic. There we go, and that's there on like so. And of course you can just get rid of your antenna, and there you go, stubby antenna. Easy that, no faffing around. Easy, simple, sharpens the car up nicely. Next one. So next on the agenda, we're going to change these indicators. I just think after a bit of time they really do start to look aged. So we're going to do a simple changeover. So these I got from, I think it's called like Go Faster, it's like a place in Germany, and they are, and it's really going to be an indicator that's a bit more smoked. It's like a smoked indicator. Ooh, looks a bit crazy. Now, Taking these off, they do require a little bit of working and jigging around for them. Alright, but they work on the spring. So as you can see here, there's like a spring. So you're just allowing it to just kind of like rock it backwards and forwards. Alright, so you'll just have to excuse me on this one. Basically, from here guys, all you're doing is simply pushing it forwards. Just allow it to come forward a little bit. Just work it, allow it a little bit of play. And you'll start to see it coming loose and just pop out, like so. From here guys, simple enough. It's just a simple case of just taking apart the light from here. Alright, so, oh, bear with me, he says, let's pull that off. Twist. Yeah, it's a twist, it is a twist. So from here, twist, and pull. And out that comes. You have your lamp, your old bulb, don't need to worry about that. Okay, this just simply comes off the back. Okay, so here you'll have a squeeze part. Literally push down and pull, he says. Right, there we go. That's not ideal. So installing the new indicator, as you'll see, comes like so. Basically we're going to line up these sort of lugs in with the top part of the connector. Got 2 pins inside, those 2 pins should slot inside the sort of the receiving end. I don't think you're allowed to say female and male parts anymore, I don't know. Don't want to get in trouble, so we're just going to go with the sort of pins and the receiving parts of the connector. So basically guys, what we're going to do is line up those 2 there. It is a little bit fiddly. Just slide it on, so all we're then doing is just sliding it into place. Once that then goes on, click up, to get a bit forceful with it, just kind of get it on, and then we check. Alright. Oh, and don't forget, when you do this, we also want to check to make sure there's no error codes as well coming up. So we'll pop that in a bit more, and then we'll go and check to make sure it's working. Right, there we have it. Both sides fitted, checked, with no error codes. So yeah, there we go. And it looks quite nice. Let me show you what it looks like without the indicator flashing. Definitely a lot better than that old sort of like faded indicator we had before. Takes a little modification, and literally £16 for the set. Easy. Well, there you have it. Just a few tasteful modifications that I think really kind of just help give the E81, and I suppose, you know, and your E87 a bit more of an edge to it. Nothing wild, nothing crazy. A simple D badge, indicator changes, and of course just a stubby antenna. Really brings the car to life. It helps it's already got the M Sport body kit on it already, but otherwise these little cheap and easy mods really kind of bring the car a little bit more to life, feel a bit more refined, which is what I really enjoy doing. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do next to it, because at the end of the day this car's probably only worth about 1,500 quid, so I don't want to be spending hundreds of pounds on like crazy stuff. But you know, maybe some red calipers, maybe some smoked rear lights perhaps. I don't know, we'll see what happens. There is a plan ahead for it, but we'll see how it goes. But for the time being, you know, like I say, a classic D badge, indicators and a stubby antenna really kind of shapes the car. Well, anyway, that concludes today's episode, and I hope you've enjoyed these simple modifications that you can do to your BMW 1 Series E81 or E87. Don't forget, if you have enjoyed today's video, please give us a subscribe, like, leave a comment down below. follow us up Beyond the Pedal for all pretty much social media platforms. And of course, if you've been enjoying the sort of Gran Turismo racing that we've been doing online, you know, head over to Twitch TV and give us a follow over at BTP_E Racing for more content on Twitch. Anyway, enough of me rambling on. See you on the next video. Signing off for now. See you later.